Hi there, it's Daniel Martinez once more. Today I'm talking about manipulation and authority figures in religion and how they use religion to exercise power over people. Hope you all enjoy these topics. I've listed them one by one, so I hope you all enjoy this video and please do share your personal opinions on things that relate to this topic. I thank you. Today I want to talk about how religion encourages some people to exercise power over others. Now, what I want to talk about is how they use the word God to manipulate people into following them, or by simply using the word God, everyone has to obey them. Now, I will carefully list the strategies which they use in order to do these things. Now, in some circumstances, your parents might say, obey mommy and daddy because God said, obey us, and that you will surely live a long, rewarding life. Now, we know that this is not true because some children were obedient to their parents and have died from many sicknesses and many illnesses and all these kind of different things. So, I'll be talking in more detail right now. Right, the thing about the religious values and saying obeying mommy and daddy has a lot to deal with the exercise of power over other individuals, especially your children. Now, what I would like to say is that they will use words like obey mommy and daddy, obey us, because they will even go as far as to quote from the Bible and say that children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Now, in some cases, parents do not follow the Bible completely. Or they might even use something like the sins of the parents will fall on the children. Saying that the sins of the parents will fall on the children, this shows us a kind of hunting kind of reality, as though God is hunting you as an animal, or else the sins of the parents will fall on the children, or they are invoking a type of vengeance towards their children if they don't obey them, even though they are wrong. Now, this encourages the child to grow up in fear of this kind of punishment. And eventually, what you will notice is that they will say things like, now what this encourages is that the children will grow up in a type of fear towards their parents. Not only that, as they grow older, they will gain fear for authority. Now, there is a difference between fear and respect. Parents will say that you have to fear authority, you have to obey the law. So that while they say obey the law, your children will grow up in a way where they will fear the law, they will fear police officers, they will fear people in government authority and stuff like that. But they cannot relate in their minds that they are also human beings. So they are forming a kind of separation and will not really be able to connect with people in real life. And eventually they will become very isolated and lonely. This is point number one. Point number two. Now, a lot of presidents and prime ministers and people in high positions of authority will use the word like God bless our nation, God bless you people, may God's greatest blessings be upon you. By simply using the word God, don't matter if the politician or the people in authority are in some high position, the people feel as though as long as they say the word God, they can trust them to the fullest capability in whatever so they do. But always remember that they are human also, and they also can make mistakes. So as I was saying before, they put their full trust in the politicians and the leaders of the country just because of using the word God. The word God has so much authority today that people don't care who they are, even if it was a murderer, a killer, a child rapist, a pedophile. As long as they say the word God, they are fully forgiven and fully accepted back into reality, as if they were a good person who has never done anything at all. Now, I urge you guys that even though we have a lot of religious leaders, we should also, how to say, we should also make sure that our politicians and the Prime Minister or the President are fully capable of running the country. In other words, what that is to say is that they have the skill set necessary to make the country run smoothly or affect change in such a way that will please the people and that the people can actually trust in them. So do not vote in terms of religion. Vote in terms of capability and skill. And in other words, what that is to say is that as long as you have the skills to run the country, then indeed you can be elected to do so. Point number 2. Point number 3. The Christian faith is a faith of vampirism. Now, in church, after every service, they will tell you, drink this blood which was shed for you as wine. Or they will also tell you that, eat the body of Christ, which is this bread. Humans of today, I want to be honest with you, Christianity is a cult of human sacrifice. So don't be surprised if they come and they sacrifice you in church and they kill you and drink your blood. Because that's the way how ideas work. Temptation is very easy, and yes, they can make you do something like that. Because I mean, eating the body and drinking the blood are literal words, but it can also be phased into many different things. As I say, one image has many different meanings. So think about what you are doing seriously. Now, there has been a lot of evidence for these kind of occurrences all over the world. There are parts of the world there is evidence that people have actually drink human blood and kill people to eat them and other stuff like that. And Christianity is one religion that is encouraging this. So I advise you all children, all people who want to move away from religion, if you know that you are scared of these parts of the Bible, especially drinking blood and eating human flesh, I advise you that you should leave your parents' home once and for all and meet with other like-minded people who are going through the same thing so that you can get away and not be affected by them, so that you will not turn into a monster that they are trying to create in you. Run as fast as you can and make sure that you are safe from their manipulations. Number 3 or number 4, whichever number I'm on. So I'm going to list some more topics that relate to these kind of things. Number 4. Now there has been a lot of study in the correlation of science and trying to function in school with religion. Now, once you are religious, you are taking everything based on faith. Now, if you are doing a subject like mathematics or any other subject which you would like to include in your studies, it has to do with logic and reasoning. Like for example, in writing a geography book, they might give you a reason why the earth is shaped a certain way. There's always reason. They won't say in the book, have faith that the earth is flat. They will always give you a reason, because with a reason you can learn from the reason they are giving you. So therefore everything operates based on reason. Now a lot of children have been complaining that they cannot focus in school or make any logical sense of anything because their parents have encouraged them to put their full trust in God, and who is actually an imaginary friend guiding their mind. So please be aware of these things that religion does to set up this type of control and stuff like that. So please don't let your children take things based on faith. Allow them to have reasons for every decision that they make in their life. So I advise you, all free thinkers, that if you are going through these things, please subscribe to my channel and let's meet in a group where we can discuss all our feelings and help each other to overcome the struggle of religiosity in society, and let's work together to help build each other emotionally and make each other stable in our one lifetime which we may only have. As I said, nobody knows if there's an afterlife, but I wish and I urge you all that you all will actually listen to what I have to say and listen to other atheists, and spend your life setting goals for yourself. Do not set low expectations for yourself, my fellow atheists. You are logical thinkers, and we were all born atheists. So we do not know if there is an afterlife, but to avoid all these troubles going on in the country with presidents, low school grades, politicians, people in power and authority, please do not take them on. Let's form our own group and let's help each other to overcome all our struggles. We can do it. Not because you're an atheist doesn't mean that you can't have morality. You can find your morality in nature and looking at the environment. So as I say, love yourself and treat yourself good, and don't allow your parents to take advantage of you or manipulate you. I thank you.